Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of August 2nd through the 8th. And during that time, we have a waning gibbous moon to start us off. Got a card trying to fly out here, so we'll keep that and get another here. That is a time of self-reflection and rebirth, a good time for us to make positive changes and to have the potential to grow. So we're trying to get rid of our bad habits, negative thinking, and trying to wrap up those things that we started during the new moon. We then have the third quarter moon that comes in on the 6th or the 7th, depending on where you are. And that is a time for inward reflection. You know, those things are starting to come to fruition, and we're starting to think, wow, did this work out? Was I successful at this thing? And if that case, you just continue on your merry way, and we're going to start new things during the new moon. But if you haven't been successful, you're making those evaluations and saying, what can I do to change and restart this on the next new moon so that I can be successful at it? So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Pisces. So as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And we've already had one card come out, but we are going to take two for you today of the Moonology deck. Conclusions are within reach is the first card, and the card that was flying out earlier, if I can pick it up here, is have faith in your dreams. So conclusions are within reach. Have faith in your dreams. And maybe we're wrapping some things up here, getting to some conclusions so that we can move on and think about other things, whatever that might mean for you. So as I'm shuffling the tarot, Pisces, my fun weekly reminder for you is that you pay attention to the universe when it comes to synchronistic things. So this could be conversations that you overhear. This could be a little blip of something on your radio. This could be a song lyric that pops up. It could be repeating numbers or number patterns that you're seeing, but pay attention to all of those things. Those are the universe's way of speaking to you. So pay attention to those little breadcrumbs, and they're just there to guide you on your unique path. So, all right, let's get into this reading. August 2nd through the 8th. Conclusions are within reach, and have faith in your dreams. Your present energy right now, Page of Swords. So some new way of communicating for you, some new messaging, this could even be just a new way of thinking, right? A new, maybe you're going to do positive affirmations. And so that's a new thing for you, and you're going to just start doing that. Just it's some new thing that you're doing in the way of air energy. So thoughts, ideas, words coming out of your mouth. So that's positive, I think. The current situation is look at all the choices you have here with the Seven of Cups. And, I always say choice is a luxury. Sometimes when you're in a place where you don't have as many choices, you're just kind of stuck with one, two, or three things. But when you have so many choices, just choose wisely. Choose based on what your goal set is for the future. The future you. Where do you want to be, and make those decisions based upon that. At the root of your situation this week is the Queen of Wands. So we are definitely in a place where we're talking about understanding our passions, understanding the things that we really want, the things that drive us. Here, kitty. Sometimes when I come in here, my cat doesn't know where I am. And even though I've left the door, he's getting older and maybe is a little confused. So, all right. And we'll see if he comes in here. He can come hang out with us. In your recent past here is the Two of Swords. So in your recent past, you've had some sort of decision, and you might not have even come to a conclusion on that decision yet. And I just get the feeling that it's kind of lingering. There's an either or. You can go this way or that way, and you may still have not made a decision on that, which is fine. But you're trying to get to those conclusions yet, right? And maybe that week, and maybe, tarot readings happen for a week, but life doesn't happen in a week. Things happen, and things go on and on for weeks and months and sometimes years. So just remember that you're making choices. Again, you might not be at this exact decision point, but life's going on, and maybe it's going to help you with those decisions. Again, watch for the synchronicities in the universe, because especially when you're at a decision, if you have a really hard decision, either or, that's been really hard to make, the universe is going to really be there to support you and just guide you. So pay attention to those messages. Again, what's on your mind this week is the Empress card. So what's on your mind is you just want what the Empress is. This is our beautiful, bountiful mother of the deck. Her garden is in bloom, her house is in order. Her outfit is slaying. I mean, I look how pretty. So she is just really, this could be the card of motherhood and the card of new motherhood. Also, pay attention to that if that's not something you're trying to enter into. But she's also about long-term decision making when it comes to, much like you would, the long-term decision that it is to have a child and to nurture a child all the way up through those teenage years. And honestly, beyond that, let's all be honest with that. That's a long-term commitment that you make to motherhood. And the Empress is about making long-term commitments in life that also have to do with those things that we're building. Kitty. Psst, psst, psst. Here, kitty. I don't think he hears. Hey. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty. Right here. Come here. Come here. You're really losing it. Come on. Right here. Oh, come here, kitty. This poor cat. He's just so old. Okay. Anyway, so the Empress would enter into things that are long term. So the decisions that you're making are creative, something that, these are long term goals and long term things that you're setting for yourself. Again, have faith in your dreams. These are things that you do dream about, long term. So think about that a little bit this week. What is just ahead of you is you're also going to be looking back, which just kind of goes with the moon energy. With that last quarter, you do kind of look back not only on the last quarter, in the last cycle from the last few weeks, but even beyond that. This is our wounded warrior card. This is looking back and saying, just doing that evaluation of I don't want to make that mistake again, this, that, and the other. And I do want to do these positive things, kind of doing those evaluations that we do to help us make the decisions in the future for the long term. This is what I want, this is what I don't want, and this card is about just having some time to do that for yourself this week. All right, in your advice position, Pisces, Four of Wands. So you know what, celebrate. This has something, we've got um this is often the card of weddings, so the advice is to celebrate. When this is in your advice position, whatever it is that's going on, just make sure, just lighten the load a little bit, celebrate again, have faith in your dreams, get to those conclusions so that you can enjoy yourself. If this is an actual wedding that's upcoming for you, don't stress about it, enjoy yourself, have a good time. And just the universe is going to do what the universe does. Things happen. You cannot have control over everything. So the advice here is just to really enjoy yourself. What is beyond your control is the King of Cups. So while you're enjoying yourself, it's beyond your control that you will definitely maintain your emotional balance. And maybe that's kind of what we're working on here too. The conclusions are within reach. Have faith that you can be emotionally balanced, get through this, look back and make the right decisions in your life, because you're able to take that look back and say, well, again, here's what I want, here's what I don't want, and I will make those decisions accordingly as my life goes on here. So, what is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Would be the Six of Swords, which is about moving into the future with new thoughts, new ideas. So maybe if you've been stuck, if you're trying to come to this conclusion and you still do feel a little bit stuck, it's just time to replace that decision point with new thoughts, new ideas, with the positive things. Sometimes we get into a negative mindset and we just cannot get out of it. But if you start thinking more positively, again, like I said at the beginning, maybe this Page of Swords is about doing positive affirmations to yourself. You are worthy, or I am, that's the statements I like to write down, is I am this, whatever it is that you want to be, list 5 things and just repeat those things. And if you're thinking, it's like almost how you change your mind, you change your world. So just keep an eye on that. In your outcome position here, Pisces, here, kitty, kitty, is the Knight of Cups. So definitely action on the emotional front where you are open to conclusions. There's a lot of cups going on in this reading, and this is about passion and feeling for you, and a little bit of communication, but also just inner thoughts. This kitty, 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 what is hidden from you, let me get through this reading, is the Devil, which is great. This is false truths. Hold on just a second. Kitty, I'm in here. Look, Kitty. Stay. Come here. Right here. Come on. Come in here with me. I keep trying to bring the poor kitty in here. There you are. Come on. You can do tarot readings with me. Anyway, the devil hidden from you. Best place for this card to be. This is about false truth. This is, this is dependency, maybe using dependency to manage something. This is hidden from you. Don't let those things happen to you. Come here, kitty. Don't let those false truths come in and dissuade the positive progress that you're making, because you're getting to a place where you can have these conclusions. And, having faith in your dreams is about, who wants to think about these negative things or things that have been going on or these decisions you've been trying to make that seem heavy, when you really want to be thinking about your future. Again, that's doing those positive affirmations and things that get us to change our mindset a little bit. So let's get you a final message here. Kitty, you want to come shuffle cards? Come here, kitty, kitty. This poor little kitty, so old. We've had him forever. Really, he's almost, I think he is 20 years old now. All right, final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Thank you, Pisces, for putting up with my kitty who's just having a little bit of an off day. Right, kitty? Okay, final message for you, Pisces. Look forward. Yeah, have faith in your dreams. If you're thinking constantly about, I know you're doing this look back and you're trying to make the right choices and decisions, and I totally understand that, but also it is about being positive, looking forward. What are the bright, happy things in your life? What are the things that, even though you're managing some decision that you're having to make, be positive. Just kind of get on that positive side of things. Let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care. Self-care for Pisces this week. Self-care for Pisces, and the card that you get is the card called Body. Your body deserves your love. So take some time. Maybe you haven't been focused on it a lot lately with a lot of what's going on, but take some time, take care of yourself. Get a bubble bath, relax yourself, whatever that means for you. Just take care of your, maybe go get the manicure, get the pedicure, get if you're a guy, get a professional shave, let someone else take care of your hair and your face and all that, skin, that sort of thing. Just take care of your body. If that means exercise or relaxation, go get a massage, that kind of thing. Relax yourself, look forward, be positive. Conclusions are within reach. They are coming, but you have a whole forward motion thing to turn around and look at. So whatever you need to conclude, it will come, but it might come in the way of just positive thinking and getting through to thinking about the good things that are coming up in your life. So Pisces, thank you so much for being here. I do hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. Also, if you are comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below. Let me know if anything here is resonating, or if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer those for you also. And if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe would be very kind of you. I appreciate that so much, because I really do love doing these readings for you guys. So thanks so much for being here. Also, thanks for putting up with my little lost kitty who couldn't find me today. I do appreciate that. Thanks so much for being here. Come on back next week and let's see where your story goes. Bye-bye.